Hello everyone, and welcome to another video about the post-election in the United States of America. Now it's still not clear who is the winner of this election, though it seems that most of the chances is that it's Joe Biden, but the legal procedures are still in process. But there is one question that should be asked. Who is going to pay the price for what is going on now in the United States? And I'm taking into considerations two scenarios. One, that Joe Biden is winning, and second, that Donald Trump is winning, though the chances are lower. But what's going to happen, and who is going to pay the price of the situation? Clearly, it will not be that there will be sort of a hocus pocus and everyone will be united after the declaration of the winner, and everyone will accept and respect the results of the election and will accept the new winner. It was probably the dirtiest election process ever. Results look like taken from a third world country. Very, very bad situation, and it feels like the underground is boiling. Now, let me tell you something from the history. On the previous century in Germany, on the beginning of the 20th century, the Jews took huge part on building Germany as a country. It started actually already in the 19th century. Jews that immigrated from different countries of Europe to Germany, they took part in Germany in everything: electricity, industry, media, science, universities, theater, everything. You could find Jews everywhere. They wanted to be more Germans than Germans. Do you think the Germans accepted them? No, they didn't. They didn't. They hate them. But the Jews thought that if they will become even more loyal to Germany, even more loyal to the Germany concept, they will be respected for that. So they turned their hate to the brothers, the Ostjuden. Ostjuden were the Jews from East Europe, the Polish Jews that immigrated to Europe after them. They had a different look. They looked like the old, Jewish people with the hair and the dress. Everything was very different from the way the Germans, Jews look like. And they blamed them for the way they look, for the way they behave, for this, that they are isolating, and they thought that by this they will secure their place in the German society. It didn't help them. After the First World War, it was not only Hitler, but definitely he's the symbol, blaming the Jews for stabbing the knife in the back of the German people. The Jews were blamed for anything and for everything. They blamed for being communist, they blamed for being capitalist, the blame for not participating in the war or participating. It was the one thing and the opposite in the same sentence. There was no problem because the hate for the Jews was so strong, and the public looks for someone to blame. And this narrative, this motive in history repeated itself few times, more than few times with the Jews. It's going to repeat itself now in the United States. The people will look who they can blame for what's happening now in the United States. Who brought this situation? Now, I don't want to talk about rational things because, Jews are citizens. They have equal rights like any other American. They can do whatever they want. They can support anyone they want. They can donate to anyone they want. But once you're going to sleep with the devil, don't be surprised from the results. And when the Jews supported the anti-Semitism, and not indirect, of course, but indirect, they supported the anti-Semitism. When you're supporting the Democratic Party, even if you want or even if you don't want, you support people like Rashida Tlaib, you support people like Ilan Omar, you support communists like AOC. Once you're supporting them, you are digging the hole for yourself. This is the situation now in the United States. The Jews played a big role in what's happening now in the Democratic Party, with the donations, with the new rules of enabling people to vote via the post office, which is like, it's crazy, completely crazy. And they think that if they are doing like this, they are more American than American, they are taking care of whatever they think they are taking care. But they are going to draw now huge attention, not only from the leftist, but from the right wing, the extreme right wing as well, because in the US you have both extremists, and you will have the people in the far right wing that will look for them and will blame them for what they did. And you have the same people in their own party that hate them anyway. They are anti-Semitic people. Right now they prefer to drain their hate towards Israel, but we all know that this is sort of a game. Like Israel is a sort of a code name. If you don't want to say you hate Jews, you better to say you hate Israel. This is a politically correct, so it's okay, you can say that. But we all know that there are anti-Semitic elements in the Democratic Party, and the Jews think that if they support the Democratic Party, they will be able to avoid this, they will be able to handle this, they will be able to fix this. This is exactly the same process, mechanism of thoughts. The Germans, the Jews in Germany had, even in the 1930s, where it was clear that they are going into a disaster. It was clear. Still, they believed that since they are more German than German and they contributed so much, the German will do nothing to them. It didn't help them. So I'm not saying that the United States is going to be Germany. I'm not saying that at all. It's not even getting close to that. So don't get me wrong on that. But what I'm saying, that there are a lot of elements in the United States now. The underground is boiling. I see it in the social media. They will look who to blame for the current situation. Even if Joe Biden is the president of the US and he is going to unite, it's a blah, 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 big blah, blah about the unification. How can you unify a nation that you just allegedly stole the election with so much fraud and so much fake voters and so much corruption around this? So clearly there is no one is heading into a unification, not real unification. But we are going to have a big problem. So this is something that the Jews has to get prepared for. And this is probably something that is waiting now behind the corner for the Jews. Definitely, no one wants it to happen. But looking in history, looking with open eyes on the history of the Jews in Europe, we should assume that this is something that's going to happen soon, and the Jews in America should be better prepared for that. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.